Greetings, fellow investigators, and welcome to our video podcast, Into the Darkness, where my friends and I play the Call of Cthulhu role-playing game. I'm your host, John Rayleigh. The scenario is Dockside Dogs, an old favorite that we've run a couple times before. This scenario is an homage to one of the great film directors, Quentin Tarantino, and is highly reflective of one of his best films, which you should be able to guess from the title. Dockside Dogs was written by Paul Fricker, and it's available from Drive-Thru RPG. All of the proceeds made from the sale of this scenario go toward cancer research, courtesy of the Relay for Life UK charity. So brace yourselves for some gratuitous violence and strong language. We might want to consider this one an R-rated. The players are ready. Let's begin our journey into the darkness. Picture, if you will, a long line of anonymous warehouses, one row behind another and another, along a deserted dockside facing an inlet, a tranquil bay that eventually opens out into the dark, brooding ocean. The barnacle-covered wooden pier leads out 100 feet or so, far enough and wide enough to allow a small ship to dock without much trouble. But there is no boat there today, only the gulls and pelicans and the soft sea wind ruffling their feathers as they squawk and scream at each other in the heat of an early afternoon. Far across the bay, the opposite shore can be glimpsed, a hazy brown line with shapes obscured by the atmosphere, where the distant haunting sounds of buoys mark the rocky, dangerous shallows. The sound of rubber tires displacing bits of asphalt and gravel can be heard, steadily growing in volume as two vehicles, a dusty black Chrysler Plymouth and an unmarked white van, roll up to the closest warehouse facing the dock, number 17. In the van, there are three men, Mr. Purple, Mr. Gray, and Mr. Beige. In the back are four locked metal chests, presumably containing the loot. The Chrysler belongs to Mr. Silver, who is alone. The other members of the gang are nowhere to be seen. Gentlemen, I believe that's the warehouse there, number 17.
Let's get the loot the fuck out of the back and into the house.
Who's got the key? Does Mr. Silver have the key? We got to pull inside. We don't want anybody seeing us. There's a door and there's a rolling door. So I think we need the key.
Yeah, I think I got the key. I got the key.
All right, get out of your car and go over there and open it.
Did anyone follow us? Did anyone see?
I don't think so.
I haven't seen the heat for blocks.
All right.
Is that working?
Yeah, go inside and open up the rolling door.
All right.
I'll move around the back and go ahead and hoist up in the door.
All right. Let's pull the cars inside. All right. So you pull the cars inside. The van and the Chrysler. The warehouse is fairly large. You pull through the roll door at the bottom. You come through the little door, and you park in front of the office and the kitchen. The warehouse is mostly empty. It's dusty. There's bits of trash here and there. You can see there's a table over to one side. There is a video game. And then there's a petition with a bunch of boxes and a bunch of stuff in the other part of the warehouse as you come in. There's also a raised walkway that runs all the way around the inside up towards the top. And there are a number of windows with sunlight shining in. It's late afternoon. What do you guys do? Come on inside.
I'm going to go up on the second floor, up on the raised walkway, look out the windows and see if anybody's following us and pretend that I'm not an amateur.
Right. The windows are kind of dirty, so the light's kind of yellow that comes through. They're high up, but you can just sort of peek through them. You don't see anybody yet.
Red, what's going on up there?
It's looking pretty quiet now, but I'm going to go around, and since there are a couple different windows up there from a couple different directions, I'm just gonna make a circuit around the whole thing and just peer out all of them. I'm not wiping the windows, so no one can tell that anything's been disturbed on the window. But I'm peeking through all of them.
All right. On the south, all you can see is the street in front of the dock and the bay. On all the other windows on the sides and the other side, all you can see is other warehouses.
Silva, help me with some of this loot. I'll pick up 2 of the cases and move them over to the table.
I'll help out.
I'm going to do a ground perimeter check at the ground floor just to make sure there's no stragglers about.
All right. When you go over to the table seems to be piled high with various things. There is some beer cans stacked up. There are some bags of chips and other various snacks. And you can see that there is a letter, a notebook piece of paper that's lying there with some scribbles on it.
Go ahead and pick that up and give it the once over. Hey, everybody, check this out. Letter says, stay put until midnight. Help yourself to the food and the beer. We'll send ferry to pick you up. We'll take you to the boss. Deliver loot and get paid.
What time is it now? What time do you got?
It's about
It's still
4:30.
daylight.
4:30 in the afternoon.
Crap.
We have
You're
a
gonna have
ways
to
to
hang
go.
here for that's another 8 hours maybe.
Yeah.
Might as well get comfortable, boys.
Actually, we've made a bit of a mistake. Mr. Red, you're not there yet.
Oh.
So one of the other 2 looked out the windows.
Okay.
Mr. Black, Mr. Red, you are not nowhere to be found yet. Mr. Green, I don't believe you're there either. All right.
I will have taken a look.
All right, so you guys are just sort of walking around. You guys helping yourself to the snacks.
Not bad.
Suddenly outside, you can hear the screeching of tires.
Yeah. Load gun.
Mr. Green, Mr. Red, and Mr. Black, their car is pulling up. They seem to be in a panic, but you don't hear any sirens. You don't see anybody chasing them. And as they arrive, 2 of them jump out and say, one of us has gotten shot. And at this point, we now have a flashback. We're going to go back to the heist and find out who got shot. All right. You had parked yourself in strategic locations, and you were watching as the white van pulled up, and the driver got out and went inside the building. This was your chance. Mr. Gray and Mr. Silver, well, all of you, Mr. Gray, Mr. Purple, and Mr. Beige, head for the van. Mr. Silver is on point watching, and the other 3 are also making sure that nothing's around when all of a sudden a bunch of cop cars pull up from all different directions. What do y'all do?
Fuck, fuzz.
The fuck they know we were here?
I don't know. We got to get that van. Let's just make a break for it.
Silva, hop in.
All right. Jump in.
Gray pulls out his gun and starts firing at the cops. And the cops, of course, all take cover and start firing back.
I'll run around to the front of the vehicle and check for keys.
All right. We don't have the keys, but we know how to hotwire a cop.
All right, I'll start to do that.
I'm very good at it. Let me.
Oh. Go ahead and take it.
All right, diving in, starting to hotwire this sucker.
All right. The cops are starting to shoot. Mr. Green, Mr. Red, and Mr. Black. What do you do?
Fucking get behind something and don't get my ass fucking shot, huh? That's what I do.
Well, what is it? Okay, so I'm gonna go. What is it? I'm gonna go the other way and get a little bit of crossfire action going. So they either have to move or get shot from one of us. So what is it? Give me some cover fire and I'll run in.
You got it. I'm going to give you cover fire. No problem.
All right. Go ahead and do some firearm rolls. Mr. Red, Mr. Black.
Shooting in no mother.
03 with my handgun.
Oh, nice. You're absolutely sure you hit a cop right square in the chest, and he practically flips over backwards.
All right.
I got 26. That's a hit.
All right. You also wing one of the cops, and he goes down. You start hearing cops yelling, "Man down, man down." Sounds like they're calling for backup. Silver and Silver, you run around to one side and disappear from sight for a few minutes. Mr. Purple, Mr. Beige, we managed to get the car. Well, Silver got it going. We hop in the van and we take off, screaming off in that direction, leaving Mr. Silver, Mr. Black, Mr. Red, and Mr. Green behind, but they all know where we're supposed to rendezvous.
Don't worry, they know we've got the loot. We'll make their own way out.
All right. Mr. Green, Mr. Red, and Mr. Black, you see Mr. Silver jump into his Chrysler, and he takes off. Your car is nearby, but the cops are shooting at you. Mr. Black takes off running down the street.
That motherfucker.
Kids, man. What is it? I'm going to, let me see. I'm going to try to lay down a little bit of cover fire so that he doesn't get clipped in the back.
All right.
Thank you.
Black, red, and green. Do luck rolls.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah. That's a 1, baby.
That's a 98.
That's how you get the luck right there. That's how you stay alive in this fucking job all the way up to 47.
That's
right.
That's not a luck. That's an 82.
All right. So you see Black running. Mr. Red, Mr. Green, you make your way to your car, shooting at the cops.
Whose car? Is that my car?
Tell
Is
me.
that his car? Whose
Your
fucking car,
It's
Red?
your car.
All right.
All
Let's
right.
go. Let's get the fuck out of here.
Bullets hit the side of the car,
God.
and Mr. Red suddenly goes, "God damn it," like this, and you see a splatter of blood on the window next to Mr. Red. He's apparently gotten shot in the shoulder.
You're gonna die, Red.
But he jumps into the back seat as you pull out and you head straight towards Mr. Black and skid to a halt. Mr. Black jumps in the car and you all three take off.
Get in the car, you yellow bastard. You fucking ran.
Hey,
So-
forget about it.
Put some
I
pressure
gotta
on
do
that
what I
shit.
gotta do to survive.
Put some pressure on that shit, Red. Don't bleed all over my fucking car.
Yeah,
So-
yeah, I'm doing what I can.
So fade back to the warehouse as the three of you pull up in front.
I
And,
jump out. I knock on a thing on the door. Open the fucking roll up. They got red.
Shit. Start rolling that up right away so they
I
can
jump
roll
back in the car. I pull in the fucking roll up door. Close that motherfucker down. We got to get him closed up. He's bleeding all over the fucking place.
Get him over here. Get him over here. I'll start knocking stuff off the table, clearing
No,
the space.
fuck that, man. Don't spill the beer. Put him on the fucking floor.
Man after my own heart.
I grab a
Motherfucker.
couple cleanest towels I can find and bring it over to him.
all right. Where do you get the towels from?
Fucking kitchen. Look in
is
the
there-
fucking kitchen.
Is there anything obvious around? We look around for.
Well, there's an office. There's a restroom, obviously. It
Run to the
doesn't look like
restroom.
it's the kind of place
Well-
that's gonna. There is a kitchen.
Not that it's going to do much good, but I'll take off my jacket and try and do what I can with that.
Okay.
Ah, Mr. Red, that's an expensive jacket you got.
With what we're paying for this, hopefully I'll have enough time to replace it and take a little vacation to heal up.
Quick clarification. Where is he hit at? In the leg?
He's
Yeah.
He's hit in the shoulder.
Shoulder.
It's
Fine, Red.
it's bad, but it's not that bad. It's not going to hinder you from acting. It's just going to make it really painful. You'll definitely need stitches, but it's not like you're going to bleed out or anything.
Right.
I also want you to see this is the configuration of the cars. The way
Got
you've
it.
got them parked. Okay. So white van is furthest to the left.
All right. I ain't climbing stairs with a gunshot wound, so what is it? Somebody should check to see if we got company.
That you
I'll
can't
go
climb
in,
stairs with a gunshot wound. It's in your fucking arm. What do you walk on your arms?
Silver, where the fuck are those towels? Get those over here. We need to get this closed up before this kid bleeds out on us.
Are we finding any towels in the kitchen?
Yeah.
All right, I'd run over a couple. The two cleanest ones I find.
All right, I'm gonna take
Um,
a shot at bandaging up his arm.
Mr. Silver, do a spot hidden.
Boom, nailed it. Regular success.
The kitchen, when you went in there, was fairly clean, like it hadn't been used in a while, maybe a little bit of dust. But there was a really odd smell.
Huh. What the fuck's that? Well, Red's bleeding. Let me get these towels out.
All right. Do a first aid.
Me?
Yeah.
Medical.
Or whoever is doing the first aid on.
I hit a 31, which is a success.
Okay.
Oh, good. There you go.
So you managed to sort of, staunch the bleeding. But he's going to need stitches, but he can't go to the hospital.
Hey guys, anyone smelling that shit in the kitchen?
Of course, nobody's been in the kitchen.
I've been in the kitchen, but you, Silver. Come on.
Yeah, reeks in there. It doesn't smell right.
I'm out here bleeding out, and you're worried about the old lasagna in the fridge?
Hey, I got you the towels.
Shut the
gonna
fuck
be-
up and have a beer. Quit your bitching.
Yeah.
Little anesthesia applied. I have a beer.
Yeah, I'll crack a beer and walk along the walkway and have a look at the windows, see if there's any sirens nearby.
Okay. Do a listen roll for me.
Ooh, that's a 92.
Okay. So you don't hear anything. The walkways seem to you to be a little rickety. This warehouse doesn't seem to be that old. It's still in working condition, but you're not sure you completely trust the walkways all the way around, especially towards the back of the warehouse where there's a lot of pallets and things covered up. But once again, only the windows on the south of the building look out towards anything. All the other ones, all you can see is the sides of warehouses.
Okay.
So only that side could show how cars and vehicles approach. Everything else is really narrow and more walkways.
It's pointing at other, there's lots of warehouses in the area.
Got
So
it.
you're looking into the face of other windows looking out towards you. It's just to let light in.
Yeah, it's like a row of warehouses then that we're looking out onto.
Okay.
Yeah. Which
What the
actually
fuck
makes it fairly well hidden, because the police would have to search through 100 different warehouses.
So what the
Yeah.
fuck happened back there? How'd you get hit?
Was it, we were covering a sloppy getaway. That's how we got hit.
Did you kill any of the cops?
Didn't stick around to check their pulse, but we hit 2 of them.
That could be problems later.
About to say that's not gonna help bring any less heat down on us.
Exactly.
Got to play with the cards you dealt.
True.
Would you rather be in county lockup?
Got the loot out, and that's the important thing. I don't know if you heard, obviously, when you guys were pulling up, we got this note here. It says we're supposed to hang out until midnight.
Fuck.
So Beige, well, I was going to help you with the rest of the crates out of the van.
Yeah, there are 4 cases, correct?
There are 4 large metal cases.
I'll grab 2 of those and say, well, at least we got the loot secured.
Should we hide it or just keep it in the van for quick loading onto the ferry? How close is the dock where the ferry's docking? Do we know?
It's literally right out front.
Oh,
How big are the cases?
Maybe about 2 feet by 1.5 feet by 1.5. They're not very big, but they're all identical.
So like a hand truck, or a little dolly could handle a couple easy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Move them to the cars. They're going to be looking for the van.
Exactly. I like the idea of not keeping them in the van.
Come Red. I like that.
What is it? And as far as I can tell, this van is about as useful to us as a fireworks display, letting them know right where we are. I mean,
I don't know. I think it's a little risky to try and take it and dump it anywhere at this point.
oh, I'm not saying dump it anywhere. I'm saying maybe move it back where those pallets are and stack pallets up, and hopefully somebody will find it 2 months later.
Not a bad idea.
I'm assuming that we don't know what's inside of the canisters.
That is correct.
Okay, that's no problem.
And they are locked, but the locks are built in. They're not like padlocks or anything like that. The cases are kind of unusual.
Do we hear any? Did you say we could kind of sense something moves around in them, or is it packed really solid?
It seems to be packed really solid, but there is some slight shifting, like that there's something inside with packing around it. And they don't all feel the same. You're pretty sure that they all weigh something different, each one of them.
Okay, but substantial weight, not like just a pound or 2. We're talking like 24,
You're talking about
50 pounds.
No, nothing that heavy, like maybe 25 pounds at the most.
Okay.
And part of that is going to be the metal box.
Got it. And none of you jokers knows what's in these things, huh?
They'll have the same amount of information as you, Silva.
I'm getting paid. That's all I care about.
Yeah, it's probably better we don't know what's inside. That way, if it's anything hairier than just a theft, we're not more liable. You know what I mean?
Plausible deniability. Yeah.
I think someone set us up. The cops were just there, waiting. There's no way it wasn't a setup.
Yeah, Mr. White wanted this. Hey, Mr. Black, what do you know about this?
Well, I ain't saying too much right now.
Yeah, I think you have a should have a good insight as to Mr. White's intentions.
Yeah, maybe. But, haven't been around that long. I mind my business most of the time.
Well, if we're gonna be stuck here for a couple hours, at least go crack a couple beers. Does anybody else want something?
I'll grab a beer. But we should at least have one or two of us patrolling the outsides. Not outside, but keeping an eye outside.
I'm coming with you, Mr. Beige.
I'll walk into the kitchen and go grab a couple beers for the group.
Do an idea roll. Who suggested that somebody be outside?
Oh, me?
Silver.
Or just look, I was suggesting like looking outside.
Well, you've got the gangway up above. That you
Got
can
it.
see.
Okay, 005.
I was just going to say it would seem that if there was anybody outside, that would give your position away.
Oh, yeah.
All it would take would be is for somebody to glance and see somebody down there, and they'd know that's where you were.
Yeah, like a look out from the inside out.
As it is, as you were pulling into this area, there was nobody. As far as you know, these warehouses are either abandoned or they're filled with stuff, and nobody even comes over here unless they're getting something. And you didn't see anybody over here today.
Oh,
so
what is it? After the van is stacked behind as many pallets as we reasonably can do in a short amount of time. Not going to obsess about hiding it, but just enough to obscure it from like somebody, like say if they came in. I'm going to get up on the walkway and I'll get the best view I can of the the road coming in through whatever window I can.
All right.
I believe you said that was the rickety section.
Yeah,
the rickety section is over on the right-hand side where all of the pallets and stuff are.
Yeah, if that's the best view I can get, I'm getting up there.
You can also see that somewhere towards the center of the entire warehouse, there is some sort of a mechanism hanging down from the ceiling. It looks like it might be used to winch up cars or winch up big heavy things and move them around. It's not shown on the map, but it's there. It's a big piece of heavy machinery.
Interesting.
Looks more manual than anything else. The kind where you pull on a chain to hoist something up.
Okay, so not like a hydraulic lift?
No.
Gotcha. Okay.
All right, so you are up on the rail, up on the gangway. Mr. Silver, are you also up there? You're muted.
I want to be part of the looking out, so yeah, I'll go up there.
So the two of you were up there. Mr. Green, Mr. Purple, Mr. Beige, and Mr. Black, what are you guys doing?
I think Black and I went to go grab beers for the rest of us.
Okay, they're all on the table.
Oh, okay.
Along
I was
with
actually going to go walk into the kitchen to see if there was, anything in there.
All right. Mr. Beige, you walk into the kitchen. Did anybody go in with you? Or are you all still out there? All right. Mr. Beige, you walk into the kitchen. And you think you can smell what Mr. Silver was talking about. It doesn't smell like rotten food. It's definitely got a sort of a fecal smell, kind of that. Yeah. What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say, can I tell where it's coming from?
It seems to be stronger over towards the large refrigerator.
All right. Well, I will grudgingly walk over in that direction and kind of slowly pry open the door of the fridge.
Okay, when you open up the fridge is still operating. It's cold on the inside. It's actually kind of a little walk-in fridge, a pantry. There are shelves on the walls with, looks like there's some cans and things like that, and a number of boxes, cardboard boxes and things towards the back. There's no fresh food. Do a listen roll.
That is a 73, so that's not going to check out.
Okay. It's definitely stronger in here.
I will. I'll just do a little bit more cursory searching. I don't know that I'm super interested to find it, but I'll kind of dig back through, if there's any loose boxes or anything like that.
Okay. As you start moving towards the back, once again, do a listen roll.
24 will do it.
Okay. You hear something shifting, like it's moving around inside one of the big cardboard boxes towards the back. And then you hear a noise, and it's a noise that you don't expect at all. It sounds like a baby. At first, it's a light little whine, and then definitely a baby cry.
No fucking way. And I'll start to put my hand on my gun, just kind of out of instinct, and slowly kind of make my way towards the sound.
All right. You're pretty sure it's coming from a cardboard box that's in the back. And the closer you get, the more it's definitely sounds like a baby.
All right. Is it how well can I see in this cooler? Is it dark?
It's brightly lit.
Okay. I will, I guess, slowly open up the box.
Okay. You open up the box, and this is definitely where the smell is coming from. Sitting in the box, sort of hunkered over, is what looks like a baby, maybe less than a year old, and it's kind of turned slightly away from you, and it's crying and it's shaking.
Okay. Again, I'll just say no fucking way. And I will pick up the box and start to move it out of the
Well, it's just cardboard, so you really can't pick it up without the bottom falling out. But as you sort of grab a hold of the box to sort of shift it, the baby looks back into your face and pulls out a pistol, points it at you, and fires. Bang! All of you hear the sound of this gun going off. And Mr. Beige, do a sanity roll.
26, which.
All right, do a 1d4. Do a 1d4. You practically flip over backwards, and you can hear the bullet hit the side of the inside of the refrigerator as you fall backwards out of the door and land on your back. You guys hear this commotion come from the kitchen. What do you guys do? Of course, Mr. Silver and Mr. Red, you guys are up on the scaffolding when you hear it.
I run over to the scaffolding has the best view down in that area I heard from, drawing my weapon and like, what the hell's going on down there?
Yeah, I'm right with him with the long rifle.
All right, Mr. Green, Mr. Purple, Mr. Beige.
I was just sitting at the table right outside the fucking kitchen there, minding my business, having a drink when this shit pops off. So I'm gonna go in there. I got my Magnum out.
You see Beige lying on his back in front of the fridge.
Are you fucking dead?
I'll be kind of frantically patting around to feel if I got shot. Do I feel any injury or any blood?
Your back hurts because you landed on your back. There's no blood.
The fuck are you shooting at, Beige?
I didn't fucking fire my weapon.
Who did?
I guess I don't know. I heard a noise and I'm not admitting to the fact that I was shot by a baby. So, yeah, I don't know. Go check it out. Go fucking check it out.
Did you shit yourself? It smells like shit in here. Did you shit yourself?
Well, that's what I was looking for in the fucking first place, man. Go take a look.
Did you shit in the fridge?
Like I said, go fucking look for yourself.
Motherfucker. I'm gonna go look in the fucking fridge.
Okay. You see, like I say, cans. You see things in there. It smells really bad.
Fucking
You
reeks in
see,
here, beige.
you see a bunch of cardboard boxes towards the back, and when you get back there, there's nothing in the boxes.
I'm getting out of the refrigerator. Stinks like a shit box in here.
You didn't see anything back there? No giant rats or nothing?
No, I didn't see anything back there. Nothing back there but a big stench. And you sitting here on the ground like a big turd, stinking up the fucking place. Get off your ass. We got shit to do. Come on, man.
All right, I'll stand up and just kind of walk out of the kitchen, follow Green out of the kitchen.
Jesus fucking Christ, these guys these days.
Mr. Purple, Mr. Black, what are you guys doing?
Do we actually hear a gunshot go off?
Oh, yeah. You all heard it.
Okay. I think instinctively I would have pulled out my weapon and went straight in at the same time that Mr. Green went in.
All right. Well, Mr. Green went into the refrigerator, but you followed and you stopped next to Mr. Beige, who's lying on the floor. There's nothing in the fridge.
Do you fall over or something? What's going on? You shooting?
I don't fucking know, man. I maybe I saw a rat or something. I don't know. Maybe I accidentally hit my trigger. I'm a little jumpy, okay? Get off me.
We all make mistakes. We can move on. Just this isn't the time to make mistakes. Let's go in.
I just need a fucking beer, and I'll storm out of the kitchen.
Fucking kids.
Let's get a beer.
So, Mr. Red and Mr. Silver, you see all that commotion going on over there by the kitchen, but there doesn't seem an outcome to it.
Does it look like anybody was shot?
Just my fucking pride at this point.
Yeah. Fucking amateurs. I'm going back to the window to see if anybody heard that gunshot outside of the warehouse.
You don't see anything.
All right. I'm
Mr. Black.
paranoid, so I'm still looking.
Mr. Black, what are you doing?
So instinctively, I probably would have jumped, run in to go see Mr. Beige, but then I'll wait till he comes out and I'll go up to him and be like, "What happened? What happened in that?"
Not explaining this 50 million fucking times. I saw a rat. My gun went off. I'm sorry. All right.
A fucking rat?
We're all a little jumpy, okay? It smells like shit back there. I was checking it out, seeing if there was any food back there. I fucked up, all right? Get off me.
All right. I'm going to go back. I'm going to go in the kitchen with my gun drawn. I'll be like, "Oh, fucking rats. There's no fucking rats. I can't. Rats and shit."
Mr. Black, do a spot hidden roll.
No, I missed it.
Okay. Yeah, you don't see any evidence of rats or anything in there. Mr. Red and Mr. Silver, you guys keep looking out the window. If you look at the picture, there are basically two windows on the south, one sort of in the middle and one over on the rickety part. Are you both looking out the same window? Are you?
I'll be on a different window intentionally, wanting to make our viewing.
So who's on the middle and who's on the rickety?
I'll go rickety.
I'll go middle.
All right. I would like you both to do spot hidden rolls.
Ooh, 008. Yep.
Ooh, that's a 99.
All right. So, Mr. Red, you're standing there looking out the window, feeling your shoulder because it hurts, wondering if you're going to have to change to a new towel because it's getting a little blood soaked. When all of a sudden you hear an odd noise from the side of you, it sounds like somebody is running on the gangplank. Mr. Silver, you're looking out the window, and on your left, you suddenly notice some movement, and before you turn your head, you realize that there is someone on the gangway, on the rickety end of it, running at you. And as you turn your head to look, now Mr. Red is over there, so this is coming from the opposite direction. There is someone in a football uniform. It's blue and white. It has number 17 on it. And he's heading straight for you. And before you can even react, he tackles you. You fall back. Do a 1d. Do a 1d6 and divide it in half for damage as you hit the gangway. The entire gangway shakes, and Mr. Red, you suddenly feel everything shaking around you and start to panic. And you see Mr. Silver seems to have fallen down onto his back on the gangway for some reason. And he's grabbing his chest. Maybe he's having a heart attack or something. But that's all you see.
Can't catch a break. I'm gonna go down the down the fastest way I can that I think is relatively safe. If the pallets are stacked up high enough, maybe climb down there. If not, I'm going over to the staircase. But I'm going down to check on Mr. Silver's fast as I can.
All right, you're going over to the staircase. Probably the one where Silver is the closest staircase.
All right.
Unless you want to run the other way, but
yeah. I ain't yelling out or anything like that. I'm just going there as quickly and quietly as I can.
Now, do we hear all this shit all the way at the other end of the fucking warehouse?
You guys are down there talking about the well, not talking about the baby in the freezer, but having a fight about that when all of a sudden you hear the crash up above, and you look up and you see Mr. Silver flat on his back on the gangway, and Mr. Red running towards him.
You motherfuckers! Can you not just sit the fuck down and wait till midnight? That's super easy. Jesus.
Some.
Walk over to Silver. Silver, what the fuck, Silver?
Somebody just came by and tackled me, knocked me down. I don't know where the hell they went. Did anyone see anyone up here? Hey, Red, you're up here with me.
Did I see anything? No, you're crazy. You must have hit your head harder than we thought.
Nah, it just turned and there was somebody there. They were like they tackled me and went away.
Yeah.
Is there any way?
I saw you turn, but then your legs went stiff and you just kind of teetered off.
Hey, I only had 2 beers. It's not like I'm making this shit up.
Oh, I ain't saying you are. I'm just saying, like, what is it? You got a little, spot on your head that's swelling up like a goose egg.
This does hurt like a mother.
Yeah. What is it? Maybe stay off the rickety section of the gangplank. It just ain't too solid.
Yeah, that's your side. I was just here in the middle.
Well, I mean, the whole damn thing's about ready to give.
Good point. All right, I'll go downstairs and look out those windows.
Yeah, I'm a better climber than most, but what is it? Do appreciate the help, though.
Oh, there are no windows downstairs.
Oh, all right. Oh, crap. Well, someone should be up here helping Mr. Red. I'm just going to take a 5 here.
Yeah, that's probably for the best. We'll, what is it? Beige is kind of jumpy. I wouldn't want him up here. More gunfire up here may draw more attention and hurt us more than anything.
I go down over to the table where Beige is sitting, and I'll sit down and grab a beer.
Hey,
right.
You gonna move your feet and lose my seat? Is Silver? What the fuck, man?
Hey, there's another seat here. Look, there's a little crate right there.
Fine, I'll sit on a fucking crate. Might as well get a shine box, you know? What the fuck, man?
Mr. Green, do a spot hidden for me.
What do we got here? What's my fucking spot? 48 on 60. That's a pass, eh?
From where you're sitting,
On a crate, mind you. I'm on a fucking crate right now, sitting on a crate.
you're looking over and trying to assess these other mooks and what's going on. And you suddenly find yourself doing a bit of a head count, Mr. Red, Mr. Silver, Mr. Beige, Mr. Purple, Mr. Black, Mr. Gray. Then who's that going into the restroom? And before you get a good look, the door of the restroom closes. And you all audibly hear it close.
Looks like we got somebody else here with us.
That's what I was saying. Somebody tackled me. I think they're down here, maybe. This
Somebody
isn't
go fucking
good.
check it out.
Yeah, why don't you go check it out, Mr. Green?
Oh no, man. Why don't you send Beige? He's got his fucking gun already nice and warmed up for everybody.
Because I don't trust. Well,
But
okay, Beige.
Do you just want to shoot a signal flare in the sky? I mean, what is it? Let's keep the gunfire to a minimum. We're supposed to be laying low here.
no, but Beige might have heard something that he thought was a rat, but it might have been that Joker down here that's in here with us. There might be someone here. We should cover the exits and do a thorough sweep.
Sound like a cop, Silver.
It works for them, and we only got another, 6 hours? I don't want to be here 6 hours with some snitch in here. Maybe they're going to call somebody. The sooner we find them, the better.
It ain't a bad idea to clear the place if we've been seeing somebody else. I'll go.
You know he's in the bathroom, so we'll just sit outside the bathroom and take a look.
I'll go by the rolling door, make sure no one's getting out that way.
There you go.
Is there anybody up on the scaffolding?
No, I went downstairs to get by the rolling door.
All right.
I'll go up to the scaffolding.
All right. Mr. Black goes up onto the scaffolding. Mr. Green, were you going to go stand outside the bathroom door?
Hell no, I'm sitting right here on my crate, unless one of them unanswers one of these chairs, in which case I'll move over to the chair. I can see the bathroom door right there. I don't need to be right on it. I can see it from here.
Quit your whining. Take the chair.
Respect your fucking elders here, Silver. I'm surprised you're still with us and you run off like the last time when you left me hanging.
You had a car. You used it.
Yeah, it's not the one I'm talking about.
Mr. Purple, what are you doing?
I think I've just like mind my own business and just watching them all bicker. At this point, it's becoming comedy to me. I say out loud, there's no one, the only way there's anyone in here is if they were here before us. I've been watching the front door the entire time. We're all a little stressed out. We just had a shootout. It's all going to be all right.
If nobody's going to go open the door and actually check where they saw somebody walk in, I'm going to do it.
Okay, I'll come with you. Let's go together.
All right.
All right.
Into the bathroom?
Do you want to join?
So, Mr. Purple and Mr. Red, you head over to the restroom.
Mm-hmm.
And you open the door. The lights are on. There is nobody in there, but this is what you see.
Pleasant.
Huh.
Both of you do spot hidden rolls.
Mine is a fail.
I'm going to spend 7 luck to make that a pass, if that's okay.
All right. So, Mr. Red, you're looking in and you see this, and there's nobody in there. The toilet doesn't look like it's been flushed in a while. and you turn around and start to walk back out. Mr. Purple, as he walks out, you see this.
I like massage my eyes and shake my head.
Could you read that out loud for us?
So painted on the wall in what seems to be blood, it says, "A cop sleeps inside each of us. We must kill him."
And then when you blink your eyes, it's back to that. So, Mr. Purple, do a sand roll.
Yeah, I was gonna say. That's an 07. That's a pass.
All right. I should take 2 points of sanity damage, and you hoot, you jump, like this. Mr. Red, you're right next to him, Mr. Red.
Yeah, I turned back around. I'm like, "You okay, Purple?"
Trying to cough it off. I thought I seen a rat scuttering behind the toilet. It's nothing.
Yeah. That's going around.
Something doesn't sit right with me in here.
How so?
We're all seeing the same things. It's just I'm not superstitious, but something isn't right.
Well, what's superstitious about a rat behind a toilet in a warehouse, man? I mean, that's
I don't know.
That's as pretty grounded as you can get.
You know what? You're right. I just forget I said anything.
Yeah.
It's probably just the stress.
Don't worry about it, man. Keep your cool. We just have to ride this out for another 6 hours. We're gonna get paid.
6 hours. Yeah, 6 hours isn't long.
Yep.
Right. So that you all sort of congregate back towards the middle, except for whoever's looking out the window. You don't hear any sirens or anything in the distance. But an hour goes by, and then a second hour, and you guys are really, really bored. What would you like to do?
Is there a deck of cards somewhere?
Nope.
What's this video game you got over here? What's this thing? It's got to be something to kill some time, huh?
How's that, Miss Pac-Man?
I have no idea what you kids are playing.
Very good guess.
Oh, is that?
It just says it right on the side.
Oh man, that's right there. What's this crazy poster?
Yeah, what's that poster all about?
Yeah, that's called reading, Mr. Green.
Yeah, well, why don't you read it for me there, non-English?
Un flictor en chacun de nos, il fait lecture.
Yeah.
You know,
What's that mean? Put a stick in your ear and pin a cop against the other side of your head?
something like that.
Yeah. Some interesting shit. You got some quarters?
Right there. I'll give you a quarter.
That's impressive. That's very impressive, Mr. Silver, to have a quarter on demand. That's
He's got him to waste. What can I say?
fucking kudos to you, Mr. Silver.
The Miss Pac-Man does work, and it's turned up rather loud. So when the whatever music accompanied it after about 15 minutes is pretty fucking annoying.
It's loud as hell.
Just out of the blue, it turned itself on.
Well, no, if one of you plays it, I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
Somebody was asking for quarters. I assume they were just not taking your quarters and then walking away.
I want to go inspect this poster a little bit more closely.
All right. I'm going to pull it up again.
Yeah.
Think that is black some kind of French?
I don't know, but what was that you were saying? What was it? What was you were saying that you saw something in the bathroom about some cop inside of you?
I don't think he said anything about that.
No.
Or did he?
No.
No, he.
Didn't say it?
The player read it out loud. The character didn't say anything.
I tried to shrug it off as if I saw nothing.
Got it. Okay, never mind. What's this? Is that a cop? What do you make? Hey guys, what do you make of this?
Holy shit! You can play Galaga in that thing too. You can finally stop with that change up, so we don't have to listen to that shit.
Okay. What do you want to do next?
I'm gonna go to my car. I'm walking over to my car. Fuck this Pac-Man shit. I'm going to my car, and I've got a crossword puzzle in the glove box.
Okay.
I'm just gonna grab it and come back over. I'm sit at the table. I'm cracking open a fresh beer
Okay.
just to wash down the liquor from my flask.
I would like you to do a listen roll. This happens in the process of doing what you're doing.
19.
19.
19 is a. Oh shit! 19 is a pass.
Okay. So you go to your car, you open it up, you grab your crossword puzzle, you slam the door. You walk by Mr. Silver's car, and you hear a bump noise as you walk by it, like a noise from the trunk, you think.
I'm just gonna stop here. And I'm gonna listen harder.
Okay.
I'm not gonna get close to the son of a bitch. I'm just gonna listen harder.
Okay. You don't hear it repeat, but you think, now that you're concentrating on it, that you think you see the car move a little, like.
Hey, Silva,
Yeah, what do you want?
you got something in your car? Moving? Alive? Somebody in
Moving?
the trunk, maybe?
What the hell? Is there something in my car?
I don't know if there's something in your car. That's why I fucking asked you. Is there something in your car? If I knew there was something in your car, I would have asked you. I would have just said, Silva, you have something in your fucking car.
I don't think there's anything in my car. I was the last one out of it.
Well, I
Which
just
car
heard
did we put the metal crates in?
You didn't. You've got them sitting by the table.
Oh.
Oh. Could have sworn we put these in the cars.
Huh.
So
Am I wrong? I thought you took them out of the van.
I think we took them out of the van and we put them in the cars.
Okay. But you didn't put anything in Mr. Silver's car.
Okay.
Oh shit! All of these are in my car. I got a bloody back seat and now a trunk full of shit in my car. Fantastic. Meanwhile, Silva, is there something in your fucking trunk? Because there's movement. I'm hearing some bump, and now you're wiggling. Not you,
I'm not
but your
sure.
car.
There shouldn't be anything. So I'll draw one of my my Smith and Wessons, and I'll approach the car slowly.
I'm gonna move away from your car. Take care. That's your business. I don't want to get in it. So I'm walking back over to the table.
All right. We are now going to do another flashback. 2 weeks ago, you were all at Nicoletti's diner. Mr. White is there. And he's getting some more beer. You guys are all sitting around a table. Mr. Gray is not there. Let's see if Mr. Purple heard that. Mr. Purple, we're doing a flashback. It's 2 weeks ago. You are at Nicoletti's diner. You're all sitting around a table. Mr. White is there, and he has gone to grab a couple of pitchers of beer, and Mr. Gray is not there. So you guys can talk amongst yourselves while he's doing that.
It's a pretty good paying job.
Seems pretty cut and dry.
Bit bread on the table, all right.
It's like a lot
And a
of
little
guys.
more so.
Seems like a lot of guys to boost a van.
Yeah.
And the pay's not yet. It's not good until it's in our hands.
That's like any job.
Sure. What is it? With so many people on this and what is it? So little seemingly effort to do this, though. It kind of makes you wonder what they're moving, doesn't it?
Agreed. Just grabbing a van, that should be no more than a couple of us.
Mm.
Probably a couple of kilos of Colombia's finest.
Maybe. None of you have any idea what's actually in this van, huh?
I find it's better to not ask questions.
Yeah.
All right, you mooks. I hope you guys got this thing straight. Let's go over it again. First of all, what's the password? You remember the password, right? I gave it to you at the beginning of this whole thing. Jesus Christ.
That's the password. Jesus Christ.
Oh my God. I've hired a bunch of incompetent fools. Are you guys going to be able to pull this heist off?
Do you want us to steal a van, or do you want us to get access to your fucking clubhouse?
It was
You know-
Mercury 7.
That's correct. See, at least Mr. Silver remembers. Thank you.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Mercury 7. That's how you coordinate. That's why you're not giving up your real names. It's best that if any of you get captured, you can't finger anyone else. You get it? You guys act like you're all amateurs in this whole thing. Look, the boss wants this van. He says there's 4 boxes inside, metal boxes. They contain valuables, extremely valuable items, but nothing that you could fence. So don't get it in your heads that you're going to take the loot and go. They're
That
very
would be
special.
unprofessional.
Well, they're very special items. You're going to get paid at the end of this whole thing. You're going to get what you deserve for doing a good job if you do a good job. No complications. You understand?
Mm.
No phone calls. No telling anybody that you know. You understand?
Can I do a psychology roll on him? Because that's an odd phrasing that you're going to get what you deserve after doing a good job.
Sure.
Mm. That's a fail. Nothing suspicious.
Nope. Nothing at all.
No.
Look, I ain't going to deal you wrong. You guys have worked for me before on various other things. You guys got a reputation.
Were you gonna be
Sure.
during all this white?
What's that?
Were you gonna be during all this white?
That's none of your fucking business. I'm going to be doing
Plausible
what I'm doing.
deniability.
So you're going to pull up in front of the place. You're going to watch it until you see the driver get out. He'll go in the building, and then you are going to take the van. You're going to take it to warehouse number which one?
Number 17.
Thank God somebody's listening.
Well, I didn't know your fucking password, all right? So what? So tell me this. What building is he walking into?
He's walking into the Clarkson building over on 1st and Central. I told you that like 3 times. I got a question for you, Mr. Green. What's the fucking password?
Mercury 7.
So you are listening. All right,
No.
But
fine.
why so many guns?
Listen. Don't worry about that. You might need them. This is a dangerous operation. Don't look in the fucking boxes. You understand me?
I understand you,
The
but
contents of the boxes is none of your goddamn business.
should we expect guards then?
No, No, it should actually be fairly easy, but we don't want to take any chances. It's imperative that these packages get into the boss's hands.
So we get it to 17. Then what?
You'll have instructions there. You're going to stay put.
Okay, we can't be staying put for days now.
You'll stay put until somebody comes for you.
The hot good, we may need to lay low for a while. Yeah. Not my first rodeo.
You lay low in the warehouse.
Yeah.
What warehouse number? Which one?
17.
Good.
Boss.
I think you finally got it. All right, let's settle up and be on our way. None of you know each other. Fine. And he pays for the pizza and the beer. And he says, you know the rendezvous point, you know the time. Let's get to it. All right. Flashback to the warehouse. Mr. Silver, you are approaching the trunk of your car. What are you going to do?
All right, so I have my gun drawn. I'm looking around. First, I just give it a good once-over with a look. Do I see anything like in the back seat?
Nope.
All right, okay. So I go have one gun in my left hand, and I take the key out with the right hand, and I take a look. Nothing's been booby trapped around the truck. Do I see any wires, any gobby stuff?
No, it doesn't look like there's anything like that.
All right, so I give it a good bang with my hand on the back.
Okay. You bang the back of it, and there's suddenly a couple of bangs back.
Holy fuck! You guys hearing this shit?
Yeah, y'all can hear it.
I'm halfway done with my beer, and I ain't getting up till I finish the other half. I've checked out the last 2 wild goose chases.
What are you doing over there, Silva?
You're not hearing this? There's something in. All right, so I put
I hear you banging on your trunk.
I put the. Let me see here. Something just doesn't seem right.
Look over to Mr. Purple and I say, nerves are getting to him.
Just need to keep it together. We all just had a shootout. It's not normal. Take nice calm breaths. We should be fine.
6-letter word for losing your shit. Silva.
Yeah. All right. So, all right. So I pop it open. Take a look with the gun right there.
Okay, do you pop it all the way open?
No, in case there's anything there. I don't want anything jumping out.
All
I
right.
look in. If it looks good and clear to me, I'm just gonna slam it shut. But
Now, are the rest of you in a place where you can see into the trunk?
Even
I
if
probably-
I am, I ain't looking.
Are we all kind of just around the table drinking beers at this point?
Yeah, pretty
Yeah.
much.
Yeah.
So Mr. Silver, none of you can actually see into his trunk. Mr. Silver opens it up, takes a look, and then just closes it. But I'd like you all to do
yeah,
this and roll.
23 is good for me.
just failed.
19 got it.
Massive fail.
That's a pass.
Fail.
Fail. All right. Those of you who passed, you are pretty sure that for just a moment you hear, ooh.
I'll kind of sit back up straight and go, what the fuck was that?
That's someone in the boot. Someone's in the trunk.
What now?
I'm not the only one that heard that, right? Someone
Yeah,
in the
I
trunk.
heard it too. I heard it.
Purple, I heard it too. Silver, what did you see in there?
You know what? I don't want to know. Whatever Silver's got going on, not my business.
You don't want to know. We're in the middle of an operation here.
Yeah, I'm with Red on this one because you don't know what the fuck Silva's into. Look at him. Just go
Yeah,
tell him. He
but-
could have his fucking mother tied up back there. We don't know.
Yeah, and
Come on, Red,
apparently
let's go
she's
have
been
a
in
look.
there this whole time. I'm okay with it so long as she doesn't come out of the trunk.
Yeah, as long as she's not a threat, fuck it.
Eh?
I'm gonna go over and look at the trunk.
Yeah, I'm gonna go
All right.
too.
Well, now he's closed it again,
Okay.
but you go over there next to him. You definitely can hear, or you think you can hear somebody struggling in the trunk.
I'm
Silver,
gonna go over there. I'll be there with you, Mr. Purple.
you gotta be straight with us, Silver. Is there someone in your trunk?
It's none of your business.
It objectively is our business. By the definition, it is our business.
It's personal.
Listen, Mr. Silver,
It's,
if you don't open this trunk, you're gonna get yourself a couple of my good friends, Mr. Left and Mr. Right. Open it.
all right. Let's see here. See if I can find it.
Without much trouble. Mr. Silver pops open the trunk. Mr. Purple, Mr. Black. He has a cop tied up in the trunk. Tied him up with rope. Looks like he's beaten him quite badly around the face. The guy has got masking tape around his mouth. And he's lying there in the trunk looking up at you in absolute terror.
This is the shit that killed my brother.
Mr. Green, are you taking a look?
I just heard him say that. And they're all looking. Now I'm fucking curious. So yeah, I'm gonna get up and I'm just gonna ease over there and take a look.
All right. I sent
He's
you a
all-
message.
And he's all taped up. I see you. And he's all taped up and roped up, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Silver.
So what you gonna do with him, Silver?
He
yourself.
deserves something bad. My brother's dead because of this fuck.
You got yourself a tiger. Now what are you gonna do? At
I
some
think-
point, you're gonna have to let him go. Or kill him.
I'm thinking about it. I don't like the idea of it, but I can't let this fucker go.
It's understandable.
Mr. Beige comes walking over from the other side of the room. He hasn't been paying attention. Mr. Beige, you walk over. They seem to have a cop tied up in Mr. Silver's trunk.
What the fuck is this about? Silver, where'd you get this?
This is the shit that killed my brother.
You
He
have
was
a cop in your fucking car. You brought a cop to this job.
He's a
There's a-
murderer.
Whoa, 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 whoa. There's a what?
You're upstairs, Mr. Red? Yeah.
No, I specifically wasn't looking. This is the
Oh.
first time they mentioned that there was a cop in there. So, yeah, I'm going over there.
Yep, there is a cop tied up.
This
Gagged,
doesn't need
bloody.
to involve any of you. It's, like I said, personal.
I shoot him.
You shoot the cop?
Yep.
All right, so you pull out your gun. What you aiming for?
Head.
I'm gonna push his hand immediately, pull my 44 and put it under his chin.
All right. Mr. Green, you have your gun under Mr. Red's chin. Mr. Red, you were not able to pull the trigger in time.
Fair enough. What is it?
Everybody, Mr. Green is now holding a gun on Mr. Red.
Mr. Green, he's one of us. Let this shit in my trunk be my problem. It's
Then
personal, like I
And
said.
it's your problem. It's not Red pulling the fucking trigger.
He's seen our faces.
Isn't he gagged and blindfolded?
Oh, he's not blindfolded.
Oh!
Yeah.
He's looking up into your faces like, probably part of your sick thing is that you really want to look into his face as you murder him. You're
So, but
vicious.
what was your game plan here?
I
I
don't
don't know, but this is a liability.
You're a
He
liability.
can
Red.
finger every single one of us to this particular event.
Silver's not going to let him get away. He's not going anywhere, but this is not yours to handle.
Everybody do a listen roll and a spot hidden roll.
Ooh. Listen successful
Listen successful.
and exactly for the spot hidden.
All right.
And spot hidden too. Both.
Both fail for me.
Okay,
Unfortunately.
I failed to listen, but I got an extreme on the spot hidden.
Okay.
Bills
If
for
you
me.
if you passed both, amidst all of this tension, you suddenly hear a click, tap, 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 tap. It's not quite that fast. And as you glance over into the other part of the warehouse, an old man with a cane walks by the division door from one side to the other.
What are you doing in here, old man?
There's no response.
Who you talking to?
There.
I didn't see shit.
I think we have more pressing matters at the moment.
Y'all just fucking losing our minds here.
All right.
I'm pulling my gun out from under his chin. I'll put it back in my holster.
No one else is seeing that guy. Nah, he's. Do I still see him, or did he kind of
No,
fade away?
he just walked from one side to the other, so now he's hidden from view.
No one else saw that.
What is it? I'll close the trunk to make sure the cop don't go nowhere, and I'll say I'll check it out.
All right. Mr. Red, you walk into the other part of the warehouse where all the pallets are, and something draws your attention to a large thing over against the wall that's got a sheet draped over it, a canvas over it. It's fairly large, but for just a moment, you see the canvas sort of waft a little. Like
Big enough
like
for a guy to hide in?
big enough for a car to hide in.
Huh.
Looks about the size and shape of a car.
Well, I'm going to go to where I think the side of the car would be,
Okay.
and I'll pull the sheet there. That way, if they pop it into gear, I don't get a nasty surprise.
Okay. You pull you're the only one standing near it. You pull the sheet off, and this is what you see. Except that there is a teenage boy in the front seat with his hands on the wheel, looking out the front window, not looking at you at all. Just sort of staring out the front window.
Huh. Well, go over to the driver's side, and I'll go and open the door.
Well, the driver's side is up against the wall.
I see. Okay, well, I'll open the passenger side. Is the kid buckled in?
The second you open up the door and it swings in front of your face, there's nothing inside of the car.
Sanity roll?
Sanity
Yeah.
roll. The rest of you, I'd like you to do spot hidden rolls.
Pass.
Love.
All right. Just 1 point of damage, but it startles you.
Oh, yeah.
I got an extreme. 11
Not
on
an
60.
extreme.
That's a fail again.
Fail here.
All right.
That's good.
So those of you who passed, well, especially Mr. Green, those of you who passed, you're all standing there. The tension is rather high. You notice at first that there's just something that seems odd about the light in the room. Maybe the sun's going down. Maybe, it's starting to get dark and the light's changing. But Mr. Green, when you're standing there and you're looking at these other guys, you look kind of down and you notice that everyone has 2 shadows and that the light seems to be coming in from the left and from the right at the same time.
Mm.
Do a sanity roll.
Well, that's fucking weird there. It's a 71. I failed. Well, wait. Yeah, oh yeah, that still failed that one there.
Yeah, do a 1d4.
1d4 it is.
Everything is just getting so fucking weird.
That's a 4. Fucking 4 right there.
By the way, it's right about now, with all of this tension and all of this, that you notice that Mr. Gray, all of this time, has pulled a chair over towards one of the walls. And he's sitting there cross-legged with a notepad. And he occasionally looks up at you and he's making notes.
Oh, I'm
And
gonna
you
walk.
realize that he's been quiet this whole time.
I'm definitely walking over there.
He looks up at you. Yeah, what do you want?
What are you doing?
It's none of your goddamn business what I'm doing.
Oh yeah, it is. You don't fix it for a fight, are you? What are you doing? What are you riding?
I doubt seriously that you could fight me, little boy. And I wouldn't chance it. It's none of your goddamn business what I'm writing.
You want to try me? You want to try me?
Look, I write poetry. Fuck off. What, you want to see what I'm writing? Look. You come with me and I'll show you. The rest of you stay here.
I'll go.
All right. So he is going to walk Mr. Black into the other part of the warehouse, out of view of the rest of you. I would like all of you, except Mr. Black, to take off your headphones for a moment. I'll give you the thumbs up when you can come back. All right, Mr. Black. This is all about life and death and important things like that. You want to read what I'm writing? Go right ahead and feast your eyes on this. And he hands you his notebook. Would you read that out loud? Can you read it?
Yeah. I saw the best winds of my generation. I saw the
Minds.
best minds of my generation destroyed by madness, starving, hysterical, naked, tracking themselves through the dark streets of dawn. At dawn, is this the end of all that primal force, which in its changes being still the same? From eyeless chaos, is that a cleft?
Cleft.
Cleft its upward course through ravenous gems and whirling rocks, and Can't read that one.
Through ravenous seas and whirling rocks in flame, till the
Flame.
suns.
Till suns met in heaven and began their cycles, and the morning stars sang. Round and round the scholars go. They cannot find a single fish. Blub, blub, as they drown in a baby's cry. Is there meaning to this all? No.
And when you look up, Mr. Gray is gone, and you're standing there holding his notebook and his pen. Now I would like you to take your earphones off, and I'll talk to the others for a moment.
Okay.
And I'll give you the thumbs up when you can
Okay.
come back, okay?
Okay.
All right, you're all back?
Back.
All right. As you guys are having this discussion, you notice Mr. Black walk in to the other part of the warehouse. There has never been a Mr. Gray. You've never met a Mr. Gray. You've never seen a Mr. Gray. You've never heard of a Mr. Gray. But Mr. Black has had this little notepad that he's been writing in occasionally, and now he's just wandered into the other room. Okay? So when he comes back, you won't have any idea what he's talking about if he talks about Mr. Gray. Okay? Now he's gone, so he can't see me doing this. All right.
Was it? I'm
So
more
you've seen
concerned.
Mr. Gray walk into the other room.
I'm still more concerned with the contents of Mr. Silver's trunk. So I'd like to go over to him and just ask him. So, what was the plan here? Bring
I
him
don't know.
along for the ride, and
He's just not going to have a good end. I don't know. I haven't figured it all out, but it's my business. It's not going to involve you. I got him in my trunk. He can't get away with this shit.
what is it? Up until the point to where you open the trunk, it wasn't our business because we didn't know about him and he didn't know about us. But
You guys got nosy, demanded in the car. He's heard a little bit of him. So I decided I'd be a little come clean here with you guys. But I just wished you didn't press it so hard. But since you did,
you're gonna take care of him, right?
probably. I don't wanna, but he killed my fucking brother. So he's gone.
Probably makes me nervous.
I haven't
I'm
killed.
gonna have to ask
before.
you to be firm with me. Is it a yes or is it a no?
I'll do it. I just haven't done it before. I've killed before, not a police officer. But he's if it's gonna be, what he did deserves it.
All of a sudden, a shot rings out. All of you notice that Mr. Green has maneuvered himself behind Mr. Red. Mr. Red, Mr. Green has put a gun against the back of your head and fired. Your brains splatter all over the place.
I quickly draw my gun and
immediately put it in Silver's face.
I drop my gun too.
I also
Straight
got
up.
my gun.
And
I
Mr.
fall
Green.
forward with the momentum.
You do.
Mr. Red it is.
Open the fucking trunk.
All right. I have my gun right on you, but I back up. I'll open the trunk. I'm fine with that. Just don't get it all freaky on us.
I'll start
And
yelling
pop
at
the truck.
Green. Green, what the fuck, man?
Shut the fuck up.
Okay, I got it. I start opening the trunk. The trunk, does it pop open?
Yes.
All right. So there it is. I
Pick
just
him up.
take
Pick him the fuck up.
pick him up.
Pick him up out of the fucking trunk.
All right. All right. So I start to turn, put my one arm underneath him, with keeping an eye straight on Mr. Green. I start lifting him up. And I say, "Can I get a hand here, please?"
No, you can't. Pick him up. You got him in there. You can get him the fuck out.
What's this about, Green?
Pick him up. Move him to the far side.
So just do what he says.
him by
We
the
got you
roll-up door.
covered.
I don't trust this Green. He's like tripping. He's switching sides.
Look, he
I'm
pulls
fine
that
with
trigger,
doing
we're
this,
putting
but
him
not
down.
with a gun to my head. Yeah, after I'm down. This guy's in my trunk for a good reason.
How close is Beige to me?
How close are you to Beige?
I don't know. I'd assume we were all kind of just, conversing in a circle.
Right. He's within 10 feet of you, maybe 15 feet. You've got a gun. Everybody's a little afraid.
Everybody's got guns, Gray. Put him by the roll-up door. Put him down.
There is no Gray.
Tom.
Who's Mr. Gray?
Everybody's got guns, Tom.
Right? You've all got
Put him
guns.
by the fucking roll-up door. I swear to God, if you freeze up on me right now.
Mr. Silver.
Motherfucker.
Are you, okay, so you want me to put him over there?
I want you to put the cop by the
I'll do
roll-up
this, but I need help. All right. I'll back the car up right to there.
door. Back the car up, pal. You pulled him out of the trunk. Slide his ass across the fucking floor to the roll-up door.
What's your intention?
I count to 1.
I double tap right in his guts.
In the cops,
Right into Green. 2 rounds
Mother-
right into your chest.
you motherfucker. I pulled the trigger as I fucking bend down. I pulled the trigger right at his fucking face.
All right. How about the rest of you?
Jesus
Ah.
Christ.
I'm just staring in disbelief. Like, what has just happened?
Yeah, what's
I,
going
I
on?
had, I had my gun. I had my gun trained on Green, and when he pulled the trigger, I pulled mine.
Yeah, I gotta say the same thing. Gives
All
a
right.
gut reaction.
Yeah,
So
we all had our weapons strong.
all of your guns go off almost simultaneously. And you'd expect there to be a sudden bloodbath. But all of you are standing there completely unharmed. And you suddenly notice in the gap between the two parts of the warehouse, there's this guy sitting there on a chair watching you.
Well, and now who the fuck are you?
And none of us are dead.
None of you are dead.
Jesus, shit.
Ryan, you're watching.
That was great, guys.
What the fuck? I'm gonna roll for sanity right now because I don't know what the fuck just happened.
Yeah,
Yeah, well,
What, you guys weren't
that's
you
big
guys
sanity.
weren't doing a scene?
Yeah, it was a scene, all right.
what's going on here?
What
I mean-
the fuck?
I mean, I'm here to meet the writer. I'm assuming you are too. I mean, you guys are playing for the other parts in the script, right?
Wait,
Everybody do
What?
sanity rolls.
I failed bigger than
Yeah.
shit.
Oh my
What's
god.
the
I'm
problem
already
with
gonna
the
fail
past?
without even rolling.
You can do a 1d4
All right.
if you
56,
fail.
missed it.
Not you. Not you.
Okay. That was my best roll of the game, too.
4.
That's a pass, 34.
I'm just my gun's just hanging down at my side. I'm just like looking around in disbelief.
1d2 if you passed, and 1d4 if you failed.
Do I
Failed.
roll more than D4 since Green and I both thought we just died?
No.
No? Okay. Of course. 4.
So the guy's just sitting there smiling at you all.
And
You
the guy-
guys
the
do.
guy, the guy is red.
No,
There's a separate guy. So red
This
is
is-
now.
this is somebody else.
Gotcha.
Drink.
Please.
You don't know who this guy is.
Bit strong for me. Thanks. What is it? So I don't know. I don't know if the rumors are true yet, but do you think he could be that king? Huh?
Got no
I mean, the
idea what
author's
you're
Mr.
talking
King,
about.
you know.
Does anybody have any fucking clue what this guy is talking about?
I have no freaking clue, but I'm about to rough him up.
This joke needs to end now.
You guys don't look well. Are you okay?
Red, I swear to God, I'm gonna fuck you up if you don't come clean right now. What are you talking about?
Well, it's not red. It doesn't look like red.
Not red. It's a new person.
A new different person.
No, my
Ryan?
name's not. My name's not Red. That's one of the characters in the script. What is it? My name is Robert. Pleased to meet you. Firm handshake, up and down.
Huh.
So, were you reading for the part of what is it, Mr. Black or Mr. Beige? I always got those two confused in the read through.
I'm beige. That's black. You. Who is this guy?
I don't know, man.
Robert,
But,
I just said.
Robert, what the fuck are you doing here?
I told
Yeah,
you
how'd
I'm
you
here
get
to meet the
here?
author. Well, the door's over there. I point to it. So you're not here to meet the author.
That's it. Gentlemen, I don't know about the rest of you, but I'm getting out of here. This is clearly blown. And I'll start walking towards the door.
I'm with you, Beige.
I'm with you too. This is messed up.
I'm scooping up the cop. He's coming with me.
Oh,
Somebody grab the cases.
Yeah.
Did you see my note while that was going on?
No, I didn't. So while you guys are surprised, Mr. Silver walks over to the trunk of the car and puts a bullet in the cop's head. Bang, it goes off.
Silver, what the fuck?
Fucking turn. And is the guy in the trunk dead?
There is nobody in the trunk.
Whew. Those stage rounds, they always give me a fright. Whew.
I take a quick glance down for 1/2 of a second away from Green and look into the trunk.
There's nothing there.
What the fuck's going on here?
If Mr. Green still has his hip flask out, I'm going to take it off him.
I'm sorry, his hip fell out. Flask.
Yeah.
Help yourself, Purple.
I'll go up to the gentleman who identifies himself as Mr. Green, and since he seems to be the most amenable fellow out of this lot, I'll what is it? I'll say. So, did you hear about this from Anthony? Is he
We
your
did.
agent as well?
I have no fucking agent. I don't know what you're talking about.
You must know somebody in casting then.
Casting for what?
So you really haven't read the script?
I didn't even know there was a script. You got a copy on you?
Do I have a copy on me?
It's in your hands.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll give it to him. It's
let
it's
me-
called Dockside Dogs.
I'm gonna flip through very fast, all the way past where we're at right now, and read ahead.
When you look at the script in his hands, what you see is this.
Crazy motherfucker.
It's quite inspired. I love the sections with the stage direction. They usually don't get that detailed.
So Robert, just to be clear, what role are you playing?
Oh, well, they haven't made final selections yet, but what is it? I was excited about playing Mr. Red.
Who's they? You keep saying that. Who are them?
Yeah, the casting director.
What's his name?
What is it? I don't know. Anthony was arranging the details. I don't bother with the small time thing. That's why you need to get an agent. I lean over to Green and give a elbow and a wink. You'll learn about that when you're a little older. You know, it saves you a lot of legwork from having to run around if you have people to do these sort of things for you.
Robert, you look. There's something about you. Have we worked together before? What is your last name? Because I have definitely seen you before.
Oh, my name is Robert Meldrum.
Robert
What is it?
Meldrum.
Have you done any what is it? Any off Broadway? I just got done doing a stint of Hamlet.
No, no, but I go to a lot of stage plays. Maybe I saw your name in the playbill there.
Yeah.
Robert Meldrum.
Yep.
I see.
So Robert. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
No, that was the end. That was the end of me. I see, and I am just trying to process this.
So Robert. So the boxes there that we have right over there, the 4 of them. What's in them?
They're props, probably sawdust.
So open them up.
Everybody
So
do a
let-
spot hidden.
Take a look.
29.
20.
I
I
failed.
too
Passed
got a
it.
29. Passed with a 29.
Those of you who pass notice almost immediately that it's pitch black outside. You don't remember the sun going down.
What time is it?
Does anybody have a watch? Probably.
Yeah.
Side boo.
It's 2 minutes to midnight.
Oh shit.
It's almost time, boys.
Well, you only got
Casey's
here at
outside.
Yes, we finally get to meet him. I am excited.
should have been here 2 hours ago.
There's a bang on the door. Bang, bang, bang.
Go ahead,
I
Robert.
go over to open it.
All right. You open the door, and in steps a man who looks like a ferry boat captain, but you're all dead sure that it's Mr. Gray, even though a moment ago you didn't remember there was a Mr. Gray. And he's like, all right, you guys ready? We need to load that on board. Y'all coming?
Is it? Does it look to me like it's Anthony?
No.
Grab the fucking boxes. Let's get this done.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll take one.
Are y'all
Right,
coming?
right.
You need to
Start moving out.
come with us. We're going to cross the lake and to the other side.
We're
And
getting paid.
you're going to get paid. Yes. The boss wants to see y'all.
Finally,
All right.
some semblance of reason.
You grab a box.
I grab a
Head
box
on
as
out.
well.
We
But
each grab a
before, I don't blindly go out. In the door, I look left and right. I give a good scanning of the outside.
When you look outside, it's a clear night. The stars are incredibly bright and sparkly to a spot hidden.
03, nailed it. Wow, that's a good
37,
name.
got it.
07.
All right. When you look up at the sky, it doesn't look familiar. There are constellations you normally might see, Orion or the Big Dipper or whatever, but you're seeing stars. Some of them are a lot brighter, and there's colors. There's a red star and a blue star. I mean, they're still stars. It's still nighttime. And just then you notice the moon coming over the horizon, except that there are two of them.
Huh? What the?
Come on, we need to get this stuff loaded.
Wait a
The
minute.
boss is waiting.
Let's load
Wait a
this
minute.
shit.
Do you see this? Do you see this outside? What's going on? What is all this?
Try not to think about it. Let's get them on the boat. We can get paid. And fuck all this and we'll be done.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
I
Are we
think-
gonna get paid? Are we gonna get paid? I don't know, man. I don't know.
I think we got slipped some hallucinogen or some shit. Let's
Oh,
get it on the boat.
oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize you guys are doing the method. Oh, yes. Yeah. Let's get these there and get paid. I'll grab one of them and tuck it under my arm and wink at the ferryman.
Real quickly, do I still have my gun on me?
Yes.
I'm just gonna open the clip and check it for bullets real quick. What do
Yeah,
I see?
there's just blanks in it.
All right, I'll close the clip and put it back in my belt.
All right, everybody, come on. Get on board. Get on board. We got to go.
I agree with Green. Let's just fucking get out of here.
Sooner we get paid, the better. I need out of here.
Yeah,
So you all get on board the boat. You load the stuff on.
I do.
The ferry captain starts. He unmoors the boat and starts across the lake. And you notice him. You guys are all kind of in the back of the boat, sitting down. He comes back and he sits there with you. And he looks at all of you one by one. And he says, yo, we're definitely making some progress here, but I got to ask you one thing, Mr. Meldrum. Where do you think you are?
Huh? What?
Where do you think
call
you
me?
are? Mr. Meldrum,
I don't know you.
your name is Robert Meldrum. Where are you right now? Tell me. Describe what you feel,
I'm on
what you
your
see.
fucking boat. I'm on your boat. And we're going to go drop the freight off. And we're going to get paid, or else it's going to get ugly.
I see. Well, we were making such progress, but let's go over this one more time. This is the Peabody Psychiatric Institute for the Criminally Insane. You have been living here for 3 months. You murdered your agent, a Mr. Anthony Gray. You dissected him and you nailed his internal organs to your wall. You were found screaming the same thing over and over again. Carcosa. I'm going to Carcosa, whatever the hell that means. That's the end of the story.
Name is my name.
Carcosa.
Yeah.
Interesting.
It's fantastic. was brilliant.
Yes.
Oh my God.
And I told you that this game makes me more nervous than any other game. And the reason why is because I know you people. And you like to make up stories outside the game of background stories. And it's imperative that none of you reveals your real name. Because you're
Okay.
all Robert Muldrum.
Yeah.
Right.
Robert Muldrum. Robert Muldrum was given a script called Dockside Dogs. He wanted to do some outside research, and along the way, he picked up The King in Yellow. And as he read through it, he slowly went insane. And then he murdered his agent, and as I told you, and
So who does Red become?
whoever gets killed
Oh.
becomes the agent. That's
So
I sent him an email as soon as he got killed.
You
the
did
first-
a phenomenal job of playing that part.
Yeah.
Really
Yeah.
well done.
The first line says, "Sorry you got killed."
You're like so pleasant about it.
So I have no idea who it's going to be.
The reason that I killed you is that was my brother-in-law in the trunk.
Oh.
Oh no.
You also never picked up on the fact that somebody else amongst you was a cop.
Really?
I was the undercover officer.
Wow.
Shit.
Mr. Beige indeed.
It was really fortunate that Green stepped in because I hadn't really decided what I was going to do when Red pulled his gun, and Green did it for me. And I was like, okay, good.
Oh,
So
yeah,
what
at the time I was just
was
trying to
the-
get rid of loose ends.
What was the
I was-
poem about?
Say that again?
What was the poem about?
Garbage, just nothing, just rambling.
The
It's
poster.
actually, I took it from a number of different things. The poster is the same thing in French that's on the wall. There's a cop that lives inside you. You must kill him.
Wow.
It's from a political rally, I think during the 70s. It has, from what I understand, it has something to do with killing the thing inside you that's keeping you from becoming what you should be. You know. Anyway, let me finish it up. We can talk a bit after. Our players included John Byram, Harish Rowe, Stuart Lively, Mark Fusco, Josh Hook, and Ryan Sesney, with yours truly as the keeper of the secrets. We're currently producing up to 4 shows a week with music and sound effects added in post-production in order to create a richer listener experience. We provide audio-only versions of our shows free for you to download from Podbean or iTunes. The costs involved with the show are provided almost entirely by our patrons. Without them, we wouldn't be able to do what we do. If you'd like to support our show, visit our Patreon. Just $1 to a month helps us a lot. You can find a link in the description below. Like, share, and subscribe to our channel and punch that bell icon for updates on our latest shows. And leave us some comments. We enjoy reading them and answering questions you might have. This is Tom Rayleigh, together with all the members of our gaming club, inviting you to journey with us once again into the darkness for another adventure into the universe of H.P. Lovecraft and the Call of Cthulhu role-playing game. Until next time, good luck and good gaming.